All right, Zach. So, what are your predictions for the amazing, wonderful day?
So for the first time, me and Gilman here from MyGamer.com, we are streaming live the State of Play, the February 12th, 2025 edition from Sony. Figure we give this a shot. We've seen a bunch of these other videos of these other, people giving predictions and their kind of live updates as things happen. I was going to watch this thing regardless, so I figured why not just kind of stream it to give maybe my opinions and predictions live. So why not try something a little new? I don't really know what to expect if I'm being honest. My joke is they're gonna remaster or come out with the remaster of Last of Us because that's just like what Sony likes to do is just keep remastering the same game that's already been remastered like 3 or 4 times. Maybe Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yotai, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Probably Death Stranding will be shown, maybe the Wolverine game, but that might not. I don't know if that's going to be. Maybe that won't just be exclusive to PlayStation, but who knows? Maybe something God of War related. What about you? You got any thoughts?
Uh, Death Stranding 2 is probably a guarantee. Probably gonna get see something quick about Monster Hunter, just like to remind you it's coming out at the end of the month. Um, I'm gonna say Astrobot 2. Um,
The sequel on that. So yeah, that's not a bad
nope.
call.
Here we go. And not
Yeah.
like it's coming out or like anything. Oh, we've just started development. Just like a very brief acknowledgement. Nope.
Because again, a big game. So here we go. About 10, 15 seconds left.
Oh,
Let's
nope.
see what it's going to be. Here we
Yep.
go. Nine, eight,
No, you
seven.
might want to refresh because I'm up. Started off with Monster Hunter.
Oh, so you're a few seconds in front of me
I'm like
for
10
some
seconds
reason.
ahead of you. Yeah, might want to
Okay.
refresh real quick. I recognize some of these monsters.
Feel like there's a new Monster Hunter game like every year now.
Uh, I think it's every other. It is very frequent.
I
But
mean, I can't. I've never. We've streamed a few Monster Hunter games before. I definitely don't hate them. I just never like kind of personally played them myself. I think I'd like them if I can get 3 or 4 buddies to play along with me. But
it's it's an acquired. The few times that I've played, I've actually managed to get friends to play with me. It's it's been a great time. I normally play through the game single, and it, it's I love the games, but it's not. I can understand every reason that people are like, yeah, I'm all set. They're
still like
complicated.
great graphics. I mean, it looks fun and exciting in action. But it's like, just another one.
So
Like,
from
didn't we
what I've
just have one?
yeah, well, Rise. From what I've seen, it's basically Monster Hunter World 2. Oh, oh, okay. Sitting here thinking like, oh, are they gonna do? Are they showing more like monster combat? Because like in the last one, maybe Worlds as well, like the monsters would fight each other occasionally.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。
All right.
無料タイトルアップデート
Monster Hunter for me. I mean, that doesn't really excite me. I'm glad it exists, but I probably won't play it.
The one thing I have to say about Monster Hunter is they're amazingly good to their fans, and they like publish just free updates constantly. And they'll just be like, here's a new monster, here's a new like uh you know boss rush thing, here are new events that you can get, like here are new events, and you get like special armor out of it. That part is pretty cool.
Just personally myself, I'm like, it just not going to play it. But I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it has fans to be a big fan base because they're clearly making these games pretty often now. And
And
yeah, the free updates, like you said, are always pretty huge
and I
for.
can 1,000% understand like how that got so popular in Japan on handhelds.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because it was huge on PSP.
Oh yeah, that's where it started. Is this a new Shinobi?
I'm just getting it now, Sega. Yeah. So yeah, you're maybe 10 seconds ahead of me.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah, because they said that Sega was going to be bringing a bunch of old IPs back. So,
Yeah, and the first one that they
uh,
announced was Virtual Fighter, and I was stoked about that.
yeah, they announced like new Golden Axe. They announced that I think not this last Game Awards. I think they announced it the Game Awards before that. It's
I can
also
live
it,
without
it
another Golden Axe.
this is interesting because they're also not Sega, but there's a new Ninja Gaiden that's being made, kind of in the same vein. 2D, back to its roots, 2D action game.
They've done that before. Yeah, Shinobi. Nice. August. Okay. Ooh,
And
they're
this is good
still
because like
supporting the PS4.
I mean, I don't know if the PS4 technically like this. There's no reason this game can't run on the PS4. So like, why not?
Yeah. It's still though, it's kind of telling on how the adoption of the new consoles is going. Sonic Racing. This got leaked, and it's Sonic Racing. It's not All Stars supposedly. Not to say that Sonic doesn't have enough characters to
Yeah.
fill out a roster. That's neat.
But the movie, Sonic 3 did really well
The
in
movie,
theaters not
those
too long
yeah,
ago.
those movies always do really well.
Yeah. So
And
I mean,
Sonic
you want to ride that Sonic high for as long as they can.
Sonic hasn't released like an awful game in a while.
Yeah, I think I was playing All Star Racing Transformed maybe on Xbox 360, and I remember that being actually kind of good.
Oh yeah, people love that game. I think Sonic's been the games have been kind of decent for the last 10 years, I want to say. Since like
But a new Sonic Pinball, Sega, let's have that instead of a new Sonic Racing.
well they did release that on Switch, the old one.
I mean, this looks fine. I don't. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with this.
Bandai Namco.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine.
Okay, I'm guessing this is a new IP.
Alter destiny begins.
Yep.
Embark on a journey alongside
This-
us, heroes,
Digimon?
masters of
This is Digimon.
the anomalies, known as Digimon.
Yep. Cool. It every other Digimon game that comes out is pretty good actually. The Cyber Sleuth games were fantastic.
So that was like the last or the most recent one that kind of got a
No,
big.
Survive was, but Survive like was in development hell, and when it came out, it was basically a visual novel. Time Stranger. Okay, Digimon Story. I think Story was Cyber Sleuth as well, so that's cool.
大家好，我是说之魂的创作者杨斌。从一名独立开发者到今天与 PlayStation 携手，这一路走来已经10年。说之魂结合了流
These are
畅
going to
动
be
作、
exclusive to Sony, in
Uh,
time.
玩家将在科技风
I
It's
mean, I guess it might be if they're showing it off right. Oh, see, it just specifically says PS5. Clearly, it won't say Xbox or anything, but
so
我非常激动地向大家展示全
the last couple of them never came out on Xbox,
yeah,
which
you're right.
which is fine because it's very Japanese based, but
Yeah.
they came out in PC eventually.
Horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world.
And some of them came out on the Switch.
Being falls from the sky.
Switch maybe too, but
And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders,
Well, like the Xbox has sold like 3 figures in like hundreds in Japan, so it's not really a concern.
lies with you.
The fuck is it? Looks kind of like Devil May Cry, but it would be easier to tell if it wasn't just cinematics.
at least this is a new game, a new
Yeah,
IP. It's not a sequel. Like it's, what else? That I was actually going to say that right before we started streaming. It's like, what new IPs, if any at all, will we see? Because
yeah.
developers like to really play it safe because it's so pricey to make
It's
big
kind
games
of
these days.
it's kind of funny. This feels like a launch title game, like stuff that you would
Maybe.
see when like the PS2, PS3 was coming out.
Yeah, sure.
Lost Soul aside, eh, meh.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
Again, I'm just glad to see something
Well,
that's not a sequel or a remaster.
and a lot of what PlayStation is doing now is
Playable demo of Like a Dragon.
oh, okay.
Hawaii arrives on PS5 this Friday.
They're saying it's like a console exclusive to PlayStation,
New Sea Dog style.
and it'll like come out on PC as well.
Still come out on PA. Or your who's.
Sega and Mid-Rocket join forces
Oh,
for
really?
Ichiban's Holiday, a new crossover DLC coming to Dave the Diver. Ichiban Kasuga and other
I also heard another rumor that like the original God of War games will be remastered again as well. We will see if that happens in this
Yeah,
state of play.
I wouldn't put it past. They're not updating the PC. Oh,
The Splitgate 2 alpha begins February 27th on PS5. Use portals and futuristic physics to dominate the arena, and play a new 24-player mode where 3 teams compete on a massive map.
that's a cool concept. I would be
Dude.
so fucking over it in like 10 minutes.
So cool. How did that come from crossover?
Hmm.
In the future of the WWE 2K franchise. Introducing the Island. With the Island, players enter an online environment filled with WWE-themed landmarks, quests, live events, and shops with up to 50 other players at a time. The Island
Not everything needs to be a live service.
giving players the chance to personalize their My Superstars like never before.
You know, game can play WWE.
It this just screams live service to me. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have season passes and all kinds of stuff for more, cosmetics and all kinds of crazy.
We're buy the game for $60 and then we're gonna nickel and dime you for
Well,
a
it'll
long
be
time.
70 is the best part.
Yeah, it'd be said. Yeah, you're right. Plus tax.
What's up? I'm Randy from Gearbox. And I'm Randy from Gearbox. And you know why we're here. We're here for you. Are you ready? It's 2025, and every day we are getting closer to the launch of Borderlands 4. Let's go!
was pre-recorded. Could they have made it look any more like they were reading off a script, though? It looks like a Borderlands game.
I feel like Borderlands and like Gears of War, great examples of games that, like, I don't know, they really need to be like overhauled or something, like a complete, like a reboot, make something new, because it's really the same thing. Like Borderlands is great. Like, don't make. I played a ton of Borderlands 1, ton of Borderlands 2. I bought Borderlands 3 and I played it for about an hour. And not that I want to play with some friends and stuff like that, but I really think Borderlands is a game that's like, all right, well, is there anything new? It's like, okay, we're going to add more guns, but that's like what all the other games had.
The
Like, I don't know,
people,
make
yeah, the people I
something
know
different.
who like Borderlands, they love Borderlands and they'll play a Borderlands game regardless of the quality of
Yeah.
it.
Join us. Borderlands 4, State of
It's
So I
like
was
Call
just
of
hoping
Duty.
that,
It's Call of
yeah,
Duty at this
exactly.
point.
It's essentially the same thing, but which is fine for a while, but
all on PlayStation 5. Randy, do you have anything else for us? I think I do, Randy. Well, what is it? Don't hold out on me, Randy. I'll feed you, baby bird. Who wants a launch date for Borderlands 4? Just Randy. Well,
Wow,
Borderlands
this
4
bit is already
is
getting
worldwide
old.
for everyone on September 23rd, 2025. We got work to do. See you in spring.
You know what would be a big reveal? If there was like a Microsoft Studios game.
yeah. Oh, September, they announced the date.
So you want to go through more of your crazy stories, my crazy stories? But how are we supposed to get out of here if we don't start to trust each other? I don't need your trust. Well, I kind of need yours. What? I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger.
Ugh.
All of this is amazing.
What do you think about this game?
Um,
All I can do is write this.
was it Forsaken, the one that like everyone hated because the main character is obnoxious and it just wasn't impressive? Forspoken?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have they played that game and they're like, you know what this needs? Co-op. They
Yeah.
played It Takes Two and Forspoken and they were just like,
Yeah.
these two games need to be. Also, they won't admit that they really like Tron.
Those costumes earlier in the trailer look like Mega Man. Right there,
Uh,
yeah. Forsaken was a game, by the way, that was on N64 and PlayStation 1. It was like a third-person kind of a
no,
shooter,
I think it was
free roaming kind of game.
Forspoken. It was on
Or,
PS5.
yeah, but I'm saying on N64 there was a
Okay.
Forsaken, which is why I was like, wait, and I was getting my games mixed up too.
This company makes games that I'm always happy when they come out for free on like PlayStation Plus or Game Pass. They're
What have they made?
yeah, they did The Quarry. Um, they're basically choose your own adventure games. Yeah, I'd probably scream if my face was half mutant thing.
Sting.
Yeah, Supermassive. I forget the other games they did. Quarry was the most recent one. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's games are there gonna be? I mean, it's here's another game that's like, is it gonna be anything ever new?
Um, they've been changing things up recently, but like I was talking about with Borderlands, this is a fandom onto its own now.
You know, so I definitely won't be playing this game. The Five Nights at Freddy's games do not appeal to me at all.
I
I've
mean,
played one of them for a while, but I was like,
unless
this
they want to
is
like send us review code, and then we'd be happy to play it.
I would give it to you, yeah.
Fuck you.
Greetings from Moon. We're the creators of the Midnight Walk, cozy horror game created entirely in clay, where you will journey down a nightmare
Cozy horror game.
that want to devour you and your little lantern creature, Popo. Together with your little friend, you must outsmart these terrors and bring back fire to this mad world we've handcrafted for you. So please enjoy this short gameplay preview.
Hmm.
You're the caretaker of this little firecracker? I reckon you must be headed for Moon Mountain. Am I right?
That's interesting art style.
See a new IP, especially one with such a bold art direction.
Yeah, I I enjoy the art direction. I don't know that I would play this though.
It need to be all Tim Burton-y.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Tim Burton has a really cool art style to it. Just not something I'm gonna spend $70. Oh, PlayStation VR, that might be fun in that. I'm glad PlayStation is still like kind of supporting that shit.
Special thanks to Klaus and Olaf for that updated look at the Midnight Walk. Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami. In Darwin's Paradox, you play as Darwin, a clever octopus who finds himself dumped near a highly suspicious food processing center. Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills to escape the facility and save the world from aliens.
Hmm. Kind of interesting.
We're excited to
You said this is by Konami?
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
Konami makes
what?
games?
I think Pachinko is drying out for him.
That must be. But that game kind of seemed the most exciting out of all these so far to me, at least. Oh, now even the Warriors franchise is going rogue, huh?
I don't know that they understand what that word means, though. Oh, it comes out today. Oh, yeah, the remake of Onimusha.
A PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny. Capcom is enhancing the original game with HD graphics and a host of quality-of-life features, including fine-tuned analog controls.
Huh.
Immerse yourself in Jubei's hard-boiled journey and fight through a world of turmoil alongside trusty allies. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny comes to PS4 on May 23rd and will be available for pre-order later today.
That's
Coming
fine.
to PS4 only?
2026. Let's check out a new
I know it'd be playable on 5, but
series. Onimusha Way of the Sword.
So if it's a PS2 game, I mean,
uh,
you would see just PS4 on there.
they just straight up said this is captured on PC, so this actually looks pretty cool.
Just gonna say this is another game that's okay. You know, I kind of this doesn't look bad.
No.
Onimusha's been. I feel like that's been a dormant series for how long?
Since the
that's been a
PS2.
while. Man, yeah. I guess they're like, let's not make Devil May Cry for a year or two, and let's go back to Onimusha.
Well, they did. Devil May Cry 5 was very successful for Capcom.
Yeah, so now they want to get Onimusha in on some of that
Yeah.
money.
Snake Eater Delta.
He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shadowhunt and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy. And they're out to kill me as well. What's the story between you and Boss?
She was like mother, and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss. I see it. The fear.
A great and terrible fury in being alive.
A host of sorrows.
It seems weird that they're doing this without Kojima.
My thing with Snake Eater Delta here is, from my understanding, it's like literally the exact same game, just with an awesome coat of paint on it. Like it's the same voice lines, it's the same gameplay, everything. Like, why not use this as an opportunity to maybe add things, heighten up a couple of things or something, but to just like just to remake the game just with a really cool coat of paint. Like, why not?
Maybe
Yeah, I
they're
don't know.
learning from Square's mistake and not just. Yep. Okay.
Like, I'm happy for this,
They're-
but at the same time, like,
Oh, there you go, and more. But that was included in the subsistence version of the game, the Ape Escape stuff. So who knows? Who knows at this point?
this was actually not in the subsistence version. This was the apes were in the very first release
Oh, really?
of Metal Gear 3 when it had the non-movable camera.
Huh.
That was the only version. It was the very first PS2.
Oh, stand corrected.
It's cool that they got the license for that again, though.
It's the same company. Like, I'm interested, but I don't know how this game plays.
But
Yeah, hell is us. So I will bet that's simultaneously launched on PC. Oh,
How can it be winter all of a sudden?
oh.
I'm sorry. You want to know the year? What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far, far too long.
Oh, my forever friend. Help me to hold your hand and dance.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
She was looking for someone. Legendary. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers lost and evil.
I think it's impressive that it's getting a sequel.
did you play the first one?
Uh, no, the Souls type games are not. Dark
The first
Souls
one.
itself, like from software, I I can barely get through those games. So like to expand it out is not really something I normally.
First game, I think it was on Game Pass, or it still is on Game Pass. And
It
I was like,
might be. If it's not, it was forever.
yeah, I was curious. I was like, I'm just going to click on this because it seemed like this game was getting a lot of press. I just
Hmm.
wanted to not be left out. And I played this. I was like, oh, it's one of these, and I kind of don't like these.
Thanks, I hate it. I'm very much not interested at all in this. I could not be less interested in that game.
It's 1 point.
Defies norms of shooting. Yes, you've gone out of your way to make bullets heal or restore. Cool.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news in today's show. Days Gone
Wait, how you?
Studios' post-apocalyptic open-world epic comes to PS5 with VRR support and PS5 Pro support.
Did we need that game to be remastered?
It also includes added content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode, new
Seconds back. Oh,
accessibility
Days
features,
Gone.
and Horde Assault, a
What
survival arcade
wasn't
game
Days Gone already?
that will provide a full
No,
arcade experience
it was
for
released on PC.
And if you purchase Days Gone on PlayStation 4, you can upgrade to a digital version of Days Gone Remastered and get all the content and features for $10.
Does that mean
Days
that if
Gone
you have
Remastered
it because
launches
it's
on
on
PS5
PlayStation
April 25th.
Plus, you can do that?
New
Oh.
DLC is coming to Stellar Blade this June. The sci-fi action game is partnering with Goddess of Victory Nike on a new boss battle, collectible dolls and stickers, plus a new outfit.
Hmm. It's cool. Stellar Blade's getting more
DLC, a
content.
PC version of Stellar Blade launches
People
this
really like that game.
We've got some great PlayStation Plus updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February.
Yeah, this is
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
this is not bad. I wouldn't mind checking this out if at one point.
Bloom and Rage from the creators of Life is Strange.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
In this episodic adventure, players will
Hey,
join four
from the people who brought you Life is Strange. Yeah, I'm all set, thank you.
What begins as a tale of friendship will eventually blend reality, dreams, and the unknown into a dual timeline narrative.
Yeah.
The first episode of Lost
Life is Strange? Okay, I will not be playing that then.
No.
With the second episode arriving in April. We're also excited to confirm two unique indie titles that will launch in the game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion and blueprints, a genre-bending architectural adventure.
Oh, someone just played Myst for the first time.
As you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles, and exploration. Blueprints launches day one in the game catalog this spring.
Yeah.
Abiotic Factor is a 6-player.
I mean, does anybody really like Myst?
Yeah, back in the day.
I mean,
There was-
I played it back in the day where it was like, there was no guide, so you couldn't look up how to beat anything.
There was nothing like it back in the day, though.
Oh man, yeah, I mean, it was cool. That it's like, here's this one really cool still image of a 3D rendered space that we didn't see anything like that at the time. That was cool.
Yeah, it it didn't occur to you that this is all pre-rendered and stuff. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
look at
that wasn't even a thing back
Yeah.
then. It was like that wasn't even like a term.
Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Arena. Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
So you're releasing Armored Core and its 2 expansions.
No one knows how that world came to be.
Masters of Arena doesn't even have missions in it. It's just an arena
Only I
shooter.
know that. That was a fatal mistake.
It's the aura of the grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
Very Shadow of the Colossus vibes.
Interesting.
But it plays like Devil May Cry?
This might be something. This is interesting to me.
This is either going to be really cool and interesting, or it's just gonna be completely ignored and disappointing.
Power lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
Yeah, no date, just
The table is dead.
it's coming.
It exists no more.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
Just some noise in my core.
there's going to be. This has already been about 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Still no Death Stranding 2.
he'll probably. That it'll probably be the one more thing at the end.
I have these gaps inside my head. Felt like it's a 10-minute window. You made it. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silverhawk is a piece of my story. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life. You have no idea what you're dealing with. What you did should left you dead. This is not the first time you got a fatal error with your tech. Yes, make it stop! Make it stop!
Hey, you know what was really successful? Cyberpunk. We should make a game like that.
I know what I have to do. This is the only way.
GTA-ness in there?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Les Benzies, director of Mind's Eye, Builder Rocket Boy's new action-adventure set in the fictional city of Red Rock.
The studio's name is Build a Rocket Boy.
Bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Okay.
We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat.
PlayStation 5 Pro. Yeah, that's
PlayStation 5 later this year.
that's
Pro kind of a game.
how many different angles was he just being shot at? The enemies seem to be like stormtrooper accuracy. Like he's just walking right up to him. Yet they can hit your tires?
Seem to be focusing on the tires a lot.
Yeah. And they can't shoot straight. This is Death Stranding.
It always comes back to this.
Well, maybe not. Just hear a beach and instantly assume it's Death Stranding.
Yeah. It's getting it now.
This choice. Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
That showed nothing of the mechanics. It seems interesting, but It was
I die, I come back. I die, I come back stronger. It's a roguelike. I'm not playing roguelikes. I'm just don't want to play any more roguelikes.
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Lavin, Creative Director at Housemarque. We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for the PS5 Pro. Saros is the ultimate evolution.
PS5 Pro was the worst idea they could have had.
It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action. You play
They were having problems meeting demand for the PS5, and then they wanted to split the user base. So yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Planet, haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros, with our first look at gameplay coming later this year. Thanks for watching.
Is that it? I think that's it.
Still. Saros, okay.
All right. That's it. Okay, well,
So I
sir.
thought that was kind of disappointing. Like nothing.
Anything that seemed interesting, there was like no real gameplay of.
Some 2026 games. I don't know. I was hoping for something. Wolverine game. I don't know. It wasn't bad. There might be a couple of games in there I'm interested, but overall, I'm not that excited about it.
Yeah, same. All right, sir.
Well, that was
So
yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, so that was the February 12th, 2025 PlayStation State of Play. That was kind of our thoughts. Let us know what you think in the comments. You can check us out at mygamer.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.